Hello, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to SSBC. I am Mathiang Joseph. We begin our news tonight at the United Nations headquarters in New York, where Vice President Josephine Joseph Lagu, in her diplomatic sideline engagements with the United Nations and African Union, stresses the commitment of the coalition governments in implementing peace agreement to steer the country towards its post-independence national elections scheduled for December 2026 at the conclusion of the transitional period. These diplomatic engagements focus on reinforcing international support for the ongoing peace and stability in the country. SSBC's Abraham Felix reports.
In a sideline meeting, Vice President Josephine Lagu met with a delegation led by the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, in New York. The Vice President was accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and other cabinet ministers. The meeting focused on the implementation of the Revitalised Peace Agreement. Commissioner Yusuf reaffirmed the African Union's unwavering commitment to supporting South Sudan peace process. Vice President Lagu thanked the African Union for its consistent solidarity and for standing with the people of South Sudan.
Her Excellency held the meeting with the chairperson of the African Union, where she also took the time to appreciate the continent of Africa for continuing to stand with South Sudan and for all the support they have been given to South Sudan. And she also highlighted where we are in the peace process and that we are continuing with the peace and reconciliation. The chairperson of the African Union also stated the same, that South Sudan, as the youngest child for Africa, they would not leave South Sudan behind and they could always count on them for support.
In a separate development, the Vice President also held talks with the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Their discussion highlighted South Sudan's recent efforts in maintaining peace and stability within the region. The UN chief emphasized the importance of sustainable peace for the entire African continent. Vice President Lagu outlined the government's key priorities, focusing on the essential steps needed to fully restore peace and stability across the nation.
Her Excellency highlighted South Sudan's priorities for the renewal of the mandate to include developmental assistance. She highlighted peace process and where we are, and stated that all the parties are still holding on to the peace process and that this peace process is the hope to end the transitional period and for South Sudan to continue in the path of peace.
The government says these high-level discussions are vital for consolidating international partnerships as the country continues on its path to lasting peace. Abraham Felix, SSBC, New York.